Hello everybody, Bill here, and it's been several weeks, maybe even a month or two, since we've given you an update on what's going on here at the new campus. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a tour, give you an idea of where we're at in the process. Before I begin, we had, back a couple of months ago, we had run into a few hiccups, red tape, city government, things like that. But now we've got that behind us. Everything's well underway again. And so again, we just want to kind of give you an update. So we're going to go on in here. So you can just follow me here. One of the first things you're going to notice, or maybe you wouldn't, but we've taken up all the carpet. There was a carpet that's been here probably, who knows, 10, 15, 20 years. And so it was really going to pose a problem for us. So we made the decision to go ahead and take that up. We're going to recarpet this. We had not planned to do that originally. It's just kind of one of those things that happened. We were blessed with a really good product at a really, really good price, and we just felt like it was too good to pass up. So right now, this is, of course, you first come in to the main room. So the carpet has been taken up. There are some gentlemen who are here right now who are in the process of sanding and getting everything prepped so that we can recarpet this. And so that's going to look really nice, and we're hoping to get underway with that probably in the next couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, something like that. But that's one of the major things that are going on right now. Also, I want to point out all of the lighting in here has been replaced. I couldn't even begin to tell you what the issues were with the lighting, but we felt like it was in our best interest to change all that out. It's more efficient, it's better lighting, and it doesn't make a loud humming noise when you turn the lights on. So we're really happy about that. So those are things that you wouldn't notice, really. You wouldn't know unless we told you, but there's a lot of work that's gone into that. And so those are just a couple of things that we'll start out with. So we're going to go this way. And again, you can see that we're down to the concrete floors here. There's some gentlemen over there who have had to cease their work so that we can do this. Say hello, guys. Just wave there. All right. All right, as we're passing this here, this was a coffee bar at one time when this was a bookstore. Now, this is going to be with us for a little while, unfortunately, but by the time we close on the building next April, one of the things that we're going to do, hopefully very soon after, is we're going to be removing all of this so that we can have more room for seating. But that's something we'll have to tend to later. Now, as you turn your direction to the front of the room here, where the stage area is, originally over in this corner, there was a stage, and that just didn't work for us. So one of the first things that we did was we came in here, tore that stage out, and some of our guys had put together a plan where we moved the stage from over there, of course, and rebuilt it over here. But also, we put some walls up and added a couple of sections to the layout. I'll show you those in just a minute. But basically, this is the stage, of course, and then when we get to in the back, I'll show you what's going on back there. But there's a lot of work that's been going on for months now, and so we're getting close to wrapping up a few things. So let's go back here. What are the big plywood rectangles on the wall? Well, that's where the video screens will go. Actually, it's more appropriate to call them, what, Cody, LED walls, video walls, okay? But we'll have one on either side, of course. There's gonna be a smaller one in the middle, but that's what those rectangular, the plywood there is. We've just gotten finished with the drywall, the mudding. They put some texture on the wall. I think we're gonna run into some painters here in the back in just a little bit. As a matter of fact, by the time you watch this, by the time we get it edited and put it out there for you, the painting out here may already be done or very close to being done. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. So on this side of the stage, we go back. This is headed back into the restroom area. Let's go in here first. Go all the way in here. This room here is going to be where the studio is going to be. You've seen the studio that we've used for the weekly scroll and the Vidrosh and things like that. Of course, you're not getting those right now because we're in the middle of all this and transitioning. But this is where the studio will be, hopefully somewhere in the very near future. But this is one of the rooms that we're working on right now. In fact, it looks to me like they've already primed this one, okay? Now over here, this is going to be an area where there's going to be a lot of technical stuff, cables and stuff, things that I do not understand. But anyway, this is where it's going to be. We step on back here. Of course, there are restrooms. These restrooms are already here. I'm going to bring you in here. This is going to be the video control room. This is where all the guys that punch buttons and levers and all those kinds of things will be during the live stream. Making sure the live stream is going out to you. Also, it'll be when we do things in the studio, the control room will be here. So we had run into a couple of things in this area of the building, things that we didn't know, no one knew, that we had to address, and that created a little bit of a backlog. But as you can see, things are progressing. Looks like they're getting a coat of primer on the wall. Back here in this little area is going to be where all the racks and all the things that I know nothing about will be, but very important that we have that area. All right, so we'll come this way now. So over here in this little room, this will be where the audio guys set up to cover the audio for the live stream, again, for the studio as well. So it's just a little room, but there's a lot of things that go into making what we do possible as far as the live stream and, putting the videos and things like that out there. So there's a lot involved with it. So anyway, that's what this room will be. We're gonna come on down this way. Now, starting out this building, which is about 50 years old, I think at first it was a grocery store or something like that. I forget, it might've been a Walmart or a Kmart at one time, and then it was the Pathway bookstore, and then later another church, Living Word, purchased it, and they're the ones that have been in here until now. So as you can see, there's lots of space down there. Maybe at a different time, we'll give you a little bit more behind the scenes tour, but we're gonna come back in here now. And this is just coming from the back area, backstage, up onto the platform. And if you've ever been to Jacob's Tent, whether at Inman or where we're at now, you can see the stage area is a lot bigger. Going to be a lot more room for musicians and things like that. And that, looking out from the stage, it gives you an idea of the size of the room. Again, all that little island in the middle will eventually go, not right away, but that will eventually go. Some of this over here on the side will eventually go. And we estimate that when all that is done, that we could easily seat about 1,000 people in here. And sometimes during feast days, we need that kind of seating. So just to kind of give you an idea of the size of the room from this perspective. This again is just a little area where there'll be a lot of audio, video, paraphernalia. Again, things I know nothing about. But this is our ramp to go up on stage, so that we could have those who are handicapped having access to the stage. And then over in here will be the green room. And when we have guests, or when the worship team is getting together before to go out on the stage to pray, what have you, this will be the area for that. So, by the way, this is where the old stage was. This is where it used to be when they ripped all that up. So I wanted to kind of give you a little walkthrough of what's going on, what's been happening. Again, we had a couple of months there. We were kind of stagnant because of some government red tape. And now that we're beyond that, we're trying to get as much done as we possibly can. We're estimating that from this point, we're probably going to start laying flooring in about 3 weeks or so. and it'll take a little bit to do all of that. But we have been blessed in that everything that we've needed to do, whatever we needed to purchase, the funds have been there. And the Father has, through all of you, He's blessed us in that regard. We have not had to borrow a dime to do anything we've done. But we still need to do some more in terms of paying off the building. We are going to close April 1st of next year. And so we want to appeal to you to prayerfully consider helping us in this endeavor, helping us to make all of this really come together, and that we are in a position that, we owe no man. And we've kind of operated that if it's the Father's will, then He'll supply the need. And we're continuing to believe that. But we do want to tell you that we're kind of getting to that place that we want to hear from you if we haven't. And if we have, thank you so much. We appreciate it very much. And we just want the Father to move in everybody's heart who's part of this congregation, either locally or through the live stream. But you consider this your fellowship, and you believe in what the Father's doing in and through this congregation. We just want to ask you to pray and see what He would have you to do to help us with that. So again, I just wanted to give you a quick update as to where we are. Again, by the time you watch this, some of this might even look different then. And when we get to a certain point here in a few weeks, we'll come back, we'll give you another update, and hopefully encourage you to know that we're not just sitting around twiddling our thumbs. There are things happening. And also, of course, there's other parts of the building we won't go into today, and maybe we'll do that next time. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for supporting Jacob's Tent. Bless you. Shalom.